Hello, thank you so much for choosing this video. I hope you enjoy it. If you do, please could you like it, share it, and it'd be great if you could subscribe to the channel. It'll really help me out. Enjoy. The focus of this video takes us all the way back to 2003. Seems a long time ago, doesn't it? However, it's probably more relevant now than it's ever been, so keep watching. So a bit of backstory. I remember it like yesterday. I had family living on the estate at the time, and I'd been to Liverpool, and actually I was more wary of going there because I didn't know the city. But when I returned back to Wrexham, I was absolutely shocked to see that all hell had broken loose. So what actually happened? Okay, I'll be showing you the touch points of the incident shortly, but in a nutshell, the report states as follows. On 2 days in June 2003, there was rioting in Caya Park following tensions between local residents and Iraqi Kurdish refugees, about 60 of whom were housed in the area. About 200 local men, nominally associated with Wrexham Football Club, fought with police. 51 people appeared in court, of whom 8, all long-term residents, received custodial sentences of up to 2 years. Now, I think that report link to the football club is a little unfair, but possibly some of the angry locals could have been part of an hooligan firm called the Wrexham Frontline. Another report said 50 people were put behind bars for their parts in 2 days of notorious riots in Wales. The rioters have been sentenced to a total of 83.5 years in custody. Stones and petrol bombs were thrown at police during the riots on the Caya Park estate in Wrexham last summer. The riots took part on the sprawling Caya Park housing estate at Wrexham following tensions between some Iraqi Kurds who had been housed there and a minority of local people. One Iraqi had been badly beaten up. Others in his community attacked the local public house, the Red Dragon, believing his attackers to be inside, and there was a pitched battle outside in the street. But on the following night, police mounted a huge security operation codenamed Operation Gravity and prevented some of the locals from seeking revenge on the Iraqis. A 200-strong mob confronted police and at least 14 petrol bombs were thrown at the police battle line. Not long after the trouble, a BBC report detailed the following. I will read exactly as it is written, and it is written in broken English. Asylum seeker Saman Hussein Nadar has been in Wrexham for 2 years. This was way back. People in Wrexham very bad, all of them, he said. When you go out they see your hair black, they all hate you, all people nasty to you without any reason. I left my country because people they make trouble for me. I came to this country to save my life. Speaking through an interpreter, his friend Ali Hussein Karim said he would like to make friends with people, but it has not happened. I'd like to get friends, but people don't like me, he said. Ali is a refugee and has been given leave to stay in the UK. People hate me, I don't know why. We don't like trouble, just go to work and come back home, he added. However, word of mouth terms what I believe to have happened is that there had been an altercation at the pub which resulted in a Kurdish man being injured. Then en masse, a number of revenge-seeking men armed with weapons attacked the pub and a huge fight broke out. Obviously the revenge-seeking men were Kurds. The following night, a large group of locals wanting to protect the town and the estate attended the area and fought pitch battles with the police. The Kurds had probably already fled the area by then. I've never had any issues in the park, not one. A number of families have integrated very well of all nationalities, religions and status. Wrexham is proud of its community cohesion, and the council have even set out a number of factors that they say can assist and promote that. So what was different this time? Well, even way back then, some locals did raise questions that a large proportion of the Kurds were single young men. Again, from the same BBC article, a minority of people living in Caya Park have demanded to know why the majority of Iraqi refugees living on the estate are young males. And, whizzing forward to 2024, the same question is repeated over and over again when we see swathes of new arrivals onto our shores. Does dispersal like this into our communities work? There were reports that the government are planning to do so on a large scale, but they could go back on this, of course. Right, let's go and have a look at Caya Park now. And I'm just walking onto an area, it's Prince Charles Road, very much a royal theme round here. You've got Queensway just at the top there, and then just down there on the left you've got Anthony Eden Drive, who obviously not a royal but was a Prime Minister. So now I don't know where the Kurds actually lived, but I would imagine it would be somewhere fairly close by. And it is a fairly expansive estate actually. It's quite large, like I said. It's the largest estate in Wales. So just to give you an idea of what it's all about. A few people have bought the houses, making the best of it. As you can see, we've had a bit of snow, and as a famous comedian once said, with lots of expletives included in the sentence, I love the snow because it makes my garden look like everybody else's, or words to that effect, and I'm quite pleased with that at the moment, to be fair. But as you can see, there's quite a lot of green. There's a lot of places for kids to play and stuff. They have basketball courts and things like that. There's community hubs and so on. So, to be honest, it's not a bad area, and it's really calmed down a lot. So we'll have a look. As you can see ahead now, you've got the co-op, but you can also see it's the shape of the Red Dragon pub, the former Red Dragon pub that's on the thumbnail for this video. And like I said, way back in June 2003, it was where it was the centre point for the riot that happened here. Now, I don't know exactly what happened. You know, you go off rumour, you have a look at what was in the press and all that kind of stuff, but my basic understanding is that it was a June day. Some fellas, people, were sat outside having a pint, a couple of scoops, and then somebody from the Kurdish community walked past, and for whatever reason there was an altercation, and the individual actually got injured. The Iraqi chap went back to where he lived to see all his friends, and in a reaction they went down to the pub armed with weapons and so on to take their revenge. And then there was a big fight outside. So the following evening, around about 200 in number of locals allegedly associated to the Wrexham frontline hooligan firm turned up to protect the estate, their town, their city, and possibly the Kurdish perpetrators had actually been moved out already, so instead they had a pitch battle with the police, throwing petrol bombs and stones apparently. And after then, the town, as it was, it's now a city obviously, but the town, it was on high alert really. It was very much under the microscope that more things would happen of that nature, more unrest, more riots. People from outside were being rumoured to come into the area to stoke trouble. But where have we heard that before, eh? Just recently. But that never materialised, of course. And I remember running a nightclub back then, and every door in the town, every pub, every club had police on the door. And it was quite disturbing as a licensee, as I was the biggest club in the town, because we were hearing all kinds of things. But I suppose age and wisdom has taught me something, that you don't believe everything you read in the mainstream media and on the rumour mill. So there we are. I mean, to be honest with you, I haven't known any hassle down here. There's quite a bit of integration with families, certainly, and quite a lot of people have come in from countries like Portugal, Poland, and all around the world with no hassle whatsoever. But, you know, the argument is, like I said in the overview, does dispersal work for everybody? Does it work for the existing communities? Does it work for the people that are moving into the communities? You know, or does it just create some kind of polarisation? That's no good for anyone, is it? So there we are.